And now coming to the steps, how do they love themselves? What are the steps, if you can give?
Wow, what are the steps to love themselves?
Hmm.
Make a list of all the things that you love about yourself
Mm-hmm.
and you do not love about yourself.
Okay.
Make both these lists.
Mm-hmm.
Spend a nice good 10-20 minutes in a quiet place. Light a diya if you would like to, like we will be lighting one tonight. And make sure that you sit staring at both the lists
Hmm.
and you're okay with the things that you love about yourself. So keep that aside. Now focus on the things that you don't love about yourself.
Hmm.
And start with the one on the top.
Hmm.
If you don't like you being angry,
Hmm.
all right, underline the word anger
Hmm.
and ask yourself, what about me when I am angry? So there is a difference.
Hmm.
Make that differentiation.
Hmm.
So anger is a feeling that you experience. So angry is not you, it is your feeling.
Hmm.
So underline and spend some time on what about you when you are angry you do not like.
Hmm.
Okay, when I'm angry, I make a crooked face. I don't like my crooked. Okay, point number one. Point number two, what do I don't like about me when I'm angry? Oh, I start shouting on top of my voice.
Hmm.
All right, okay. Shouting, you do not like shouting when you're angry. Okay, point number two. What's the third one? Okay, I start giving galis, all kinds of expletives when you do. So, all right, that's the third thing you do not like about you. So these are the things, all right. So can you do something about these three? Or you make faces, or can you be in your zone, in your quiet, calm zone? Can you still not make faces and still shout, all right? So 3 se 2 ban gaya. That you're still shouting, still giving galis, but you have a pleasant face. So 1 down. You'll start liking yourself when you're angry. All right. Second thing, you're shouting. Fine. What about you shouting even normally? So when you're excited and you shout, and when you're angry when you shout, you love yourself when you're excited, but you hate yourself when you're angry. Why this distinguishing? So the problem here is the expression of a feeling and not the feeling in itself. That's the step one I would ask you to do, is list your loves and not loves, experiences of feelings or attributes of you, and understand, dissect each of those threadbare and understand what is it that you don't like about it, and you will eventually know that hey, it's all normal. गाली तो ऐसे भी प्यार से भी देता है,
right.
But अभी गुस्से में देता है, तो then you don't like. What about anger do you don't like? And you will understand that hey, God, there's nothing to not like. This is me. This is me eventually.
Wonderful.
I make faces here, I make faces here as well. So what's the real difference? And then you'll start adapting and accepting and loving that part of you too. That yeah, this is the combination I use to express myself when I'm angry, and this is how I am. So that's step one. Second, please journal every night before you go to sleep, and let your feelings out on that piece of paper. It's a great way to empty yourself out instead of emptying yourself with people.
Okay.
Right? Therapy with people is one, therapy on paper is one. And on paper is far, far more intense without you knowing, when you write with your hand, not type. Write with your hand. See yourselves out. That's a great way to connect with yourself. You're in conversation with your own self. You're not in conversation with somebody else. So another great way to love yourself. And the third and very important tip I would like to give is listen to your inner voice. Don't dumb it down. It is not a dumb voice. It is far more intelligent, far more knowing, far more sensitive, far more subtle than you know it is. Listen to it. It knows. It is the wise voice that you have dumbed down. You've shut it off so that you can go keep pleasing the world outside, keep fulfilling whatever your desires, your dreams, against really what your inner voice is telling you. And it's not the voice of fear I'm talking about. It's not the little voice that our guru Blair talks about, but it's the inner voice, the intuitive voice I'm talking about. It's like deep within your second brain. You know where the second brain is?
Gut.
Yes. So your inner voice sometimes is also expressed as a gut feeling. What is that gut feeling? So it's not the butterflies in the stomach that I'm talking about. And yoga will help you distinguish between the two. So that awareness that, okay, what is the stress, the tension, the jitteriness of the body sensation that I'm feeling, and what is the voice that I am listening, hearing, feeling. You will distinguish it even more. Which is why you would have heard people say or read that the more spiritual you are, and when I say not religious, spiritual
Right.
in connect with your spirit, the more in connect with your spirit you are through yoga, whatever means you want to connect through to your spirit, the more attuned you are to your intuitive self. The stronger your gut, your second brain begins. So that's the power. That is the third way to listen to yourself, to love yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much for all these tips, and people, please do follow. This is all coming from experience, working with herself and working with a lot of people and learning from the best of the best masters. So